Today, I want to break down a big mistake that I was making over the holiday season when it came to my print-on-demand business. So a very well-intentioned sale ended up costing me money. I'm going to share what happened, where I went wrong, and talk about how to fix that so that it doesn't happen again. Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Simone. I talk about money, salaries, financial transparency, as well as how to make money online. And I talk about what works, what doesn't, and the lessons that I've learned along the way. So for this video, let's rewind back to November and December of last year. So the holiday season is the biggest shopping season of the year. You got people selling to you left and right. Every small business, every large business, everybody is like, buy our product, it's on sale, da 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 da. Black Friday, holiday season, Cyber Monday, like all this stuff, right? While this was going on last year, I had a lot personally going on last year, and I don't know, it occurred to me like, oh wait, I sell things too. I sell physical products. I should run a sale on the physical products because I'm a business, so I should do that. And so I did. I decided to run a 25% discount off of my entire store online. So my thought process on this was pretty simple. In my head, I was like, well, if I have sales, then more people will be likely to buy products. And the more people that buy, the more money I make, right? Sounds simple. And it was simple, and it did work. My sales went up, and I kept getting those notifications from, I sell things on both Shopify and Squarespace, and it's connected to my Printful store. So I kept getting the notifications, oh, someone bought something on Squarespace, someone bought something on Shopify, and I kept getting all these notifications, and I was like, ooh, I'm making money, or so I thought. Then I actually looked at the numbers. So anytime I make a sale through Printful will send me an email, and they will tell me what the person bought, and it will do a breakdown of their order, and it'll show me the profit and revenue for each order. And what I was finding was that even though I was having an order and I was getting sales, I was not actually making money. And in most cases, I was losing money. And that's because I made a very large mistake. That 25% discount was actually too much of a discount, because it was so much of a discount that after paying for all of my expenses, because you have to pay for the cost of shipping and you also have to pay for any platform fees, I was actually losing money on most of the sales that came in during the holiday season. And at a certain point, I was basically paying other people to take my products. It may not have felt like that if you were one of the people who bought the product, which thank you if you are someone who has ever bought anything from my store. So yeah, even though you spent money, I did not make any money off of most of the things that I sold in December. So I'm going to talk about exactly why and how this happened, because this is something that can happen to a lot of first-time print-on-demand business owners. First, I didn't build enough margin into my prices. So I set my prices based on what I thought people would pay, instead of basing it on what I actually needed in order to make a profit after accounting for things like discounts and taxes. So I didn't factor in that one day maybe I would want to run a sale, or all the things that add up, the little things, but they do add up, like the cost of shipping, transaction fees, sales tax, those things do add up. Secondly, I applied the discount to everything. It was a discount off of everything in my store. And actually, some of the prices or some of the items were on sale. And then on top of that, you could do the discount. So some people got even more than 25% off. And because everything was on a discount, that applied to things that were best sellers, but it also applied to things that people don't look at as much on my store. And so I didn't think about what products, like I didn't think strategically about like what products could handle or could afford a discount and which ones couldn't. And so I really didn't run the numbers before launching the sale. I just assumed, well, sales will attract the attention of more people, and more people means more orders. And I was right. I just didn't think about what my take home pay would be. So, with print on demand businesses, you really want to think things through because your costs will tend to be fixed, but your margins can vary based on what you price your products at. So, you don't want to price them to the point where you don't make any profit. Now, if you have watched any of my other print on demand videos, then you know that pricing is more of a science than it is just a guessing game. And these are some key lessons that I wish that I had known before last year's holiday season. Number one is to build in a capacity for offering discounts. So you need to set your regular prices high enough so that you can offer a discount and still make a profit. If you want to run a 20% off sale, that means your regular prices need to be 20% higher than your break-even point. So yes, you need to factor in the price of the sale, but you also need to factor in the price of Printful's cost for that product. You need to factor in shipping. You need to factor in the platform fees because they charge a transactional fee for every order that you have, and sales tax, and like any other expenses, even though I think I named the majority of the expenses. And be strategic about your discounts. So you don't want to discount everything, which is what I did. You need to focus on discounting things that are best sellers, things that keep selling over and over again, the ones that are driving the most traffic, the ones that are already making money for you. Those are the things that you put on sale because your audience has already shown you that they like this product. And if you put it on sale, then they will buy more of it. You also want to put things on sale that have a really high profit margin. So like for me, like I said, I put everything on sale. And one of the cheapest things, I think the cheapest thing on my store is my stickers that I have. But those stickers have a very, very small profit margin, like tiny. But I don't want to charge too much for them because at the end of the day, it is just a sticker. Like, I don't know if people would pay $10 for a sticker, right? So they're priced in a way where I can make a very small, like probably less than $1 profit per sticker, but still low enough so that people will buy it because there's only so much money that they're going to spend on a sticker. So an item like that should never go on sale because if I do put it on sale, I'm not going to make anything. In fact, it's going to cost me money, which is what happened during the holidays. That's why you want to know your numbers. So before you run a sale, use a profit calculator. Printful has a profit calculator that you can use. I'm sure you can Google other ones, but I just use Printful's because I'm already using Printful's products. But you can put in all of your own information, like you can put in how much the shipping is and your transaction fees and the actual cost of the product that you're using from Printful, and you can run your own numbers so you can know before ever running a sale just how much you will make from each sale. Don't forget about transaction fees, and it's not just on Printful, it's also if you're connecting it to other places. So my Printful store is connected to both my Squarespace website and Shopify, and they charge transaction fees as well. So you need to factor that into the price of whatever you're selling. If you are selling it on something like Shopify or Etsy or something like that. Profit margins on print on demand businesses can be, they're typically between like 20 to 30%. So you really have to be careful because if you give too much of a sale, that means that you're not really making money. Like I said, it's typically between 20 to 30%, and I ran a 25% discount. So immediately, like, boom, profits were gone. Remember, like, all of this can change. Like, you can test things out. You can launch a product, and if it's not selling a lot, you can try to change different things to see why it's not selling. Maybe it needs a small discount, or maybe you just need a different design. So if a sale works, like in my case, the sale did work because people did buy it. So that means I don't need to change the design, but instead I need to change the sale next time. It doesn't need to be that good of a sale. So let's get really specific. This is what I should have done, and this is what I will do next time. So I have my computer so I can look at the real numbers. But let's say that I have a t-shirt, and that t-shirt costs $12 from Printful. So the way this works, Printful is selling a $12 t-shirt. On top of that, I have to pay $5 for the shipping costs. And then on top of that, I have to pay another $2 for transactional fees. So my total cost for one t-shirt is $19. I'm buying a $19 t-shirt from Printful, and then I customize it, and then I sell it to people. So if I want a 30% profit margin on each t-shirt, I would need to price that t-shirt at $27. And if I ever want to run a 25% off sale, I would actually need to price it even higher at $34. That way, after I run the discount, I'm still making the same profit that I need to make. So instead of running that 25% off everything discount, which is what I did, I could have done like 10% off of my most popular items, or I could have done like a buy one get one 50% off type of deal, or I could have done free shipping on orders over a certain amount. Some businesses use strategies like making things seem urgent or scarce. So I could have done things like a limited time offer, or like there's only a certain amount of these, like there's only going to be 50 of these t-shirts, so if you want one, get one of the 50 that will ever be made. And one thing I want to add, so like when you are charging more, it's not that it's bad to charge more, because there are people who will still buy it even if you charge more. But what you need to do is communicate why you are charging more. One thing, if you understand, the state of the world, tariffs, the increase in tariffs have been one thing that has caused prices to go up, because Printful has to charge more for their products, which means anyone who uses Printful has to also charge more for their products. And it's not just Printful, it's all realtors, not realtors, retailers. There we go. Yeah, like a lot of things have increased in cost, and tariffs is one of those reasons. But also, if you're using a product that is a nicer quality, like 100% really nice cotton or a satin material, or something, like anything that's not synthetic, like is a higher quality, state that in your product description so that people know this is one reason why you're paying more, is because this is going to be a really nice quality product. You can let them know, like if they're going to pay more for faster shipping. People will pay more if they see the value in why they are paying more. Here is my plan to handle my next big sale. I don't know when that will be, but I will be prepared for the future. So one, I'm going to set my prices in a way where they can handle sales or discounts, right? Even if I want to do a 20 or 25% discount, it will be okay, because they're already going to be priced in a way where I can still make a profit off of a sale. I'm also going to look at the data that I have for my different products, and I'm only going to put things on sale that already have traction. People have already shown that they like that product and that they'll keep buying it. But the things where it's very sporadic, if people ever buy that product, those things aren't going to go on sale individually, because it doesn't make sense to do that business-wise. I'm also going to be double checking and triple checking my profit margins by using a pricing calculator. So Printful actually has a pricing calculator that you can use before you put things on sale. or launch your store. That way you can already know how much you're going to make. But I'm going to be using that from now on to make sure that I'm doing the right thing from a business perspective. So I say all of that to say, if you are running a print-on-demand business, do not make the same mistakes that I have made. That is one of the good things about documenting things online. You know, you can learn from me, and I'm sure there's plenty of other people who've already learned this lesson, but there's always somebody who's on a different stage of a journey. So there's people who haven't run sales before, so that's why I made this video, because if you haven't done sales on your products yet, now you know what not to do so that you can still make money while running a sale. And it's easy to get caught up in the hype or excitement of it's holiday season, so I'm going to run a sale. But at the end of the day, some people may be doing this as a hobby, but it's a hobby that has the potential to turn into a business, and businesses need to be profitable. So it's important that you understand that as a business owner, and also your customers should understand that as well. Like, you have to make money off of these things, because if not, it's literally costing you money. So unless you just have enough money to blow and you can afford to do this without making a profit on it, or you can afford to do it while losing money on it, the rest of us need to make a profit. So hopefully your customers will understand that as well. So let me know in the comments, have you ever made this mistake before? Because I can't be the only one who's done this. It's one of those things where you don't know until you know. So yeah, I'm sure I'm not the only one. But also leave some comments down below if you have learned other lessons as someone who does print on demand. Maybe share what you have learned, so then in the future, because I'm sure I'll make other mistakes, so in the future maybe I can avoid some of those mistakes if y'all share what you've learned. And yeah, I hope that this video was helpful for anyone who wants to start a print-on-demand business. Remember, you can start your own business by using the link down below to go to Printful's website and start your own business. And leave some comments down below. And give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And make sure you're subscribed. We're trying to get to 100,000 subscribers this year on the channel. So please make sure you are subscribed. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.